It is the technique from sound to silence. How the sound can be used and help us achieve the silence. We'll now begin.
I welcome you all with my love and respects. Today we are entering into a very beautiful subject. Today's subject is from sounds to silence. Yesterday, Mahadeva was giving us a technique, method to go beyond, to enter into the samadhi, enlightenment from visualizations. See, the ultimate experience, the ultimate truth is beyond forms and sounds, beyond form and name. You can take quantum jump into that formlessness, namelessness, from form or from name. Form or a name can be a jumping board to jump into that ultimate consciousness. Yesterday's technique was how to take a jump from form. That is why he was teaching us how to stop seeing an object with eyes from outside, then how to stop seeing an object in the inner space without eyes. Two things. Stopping the seeing process in the outer world, all of you know. He guided us slowly from that step to the next step, stopping seeing the object in the inner space also. Today, Mahadeva is guiding us from sound to soundlessness. Yesterday he was teaching us from form to formlessness. Today he is giving us the technique from sound to soundlessness. Very powerful methods. One reason why this book did not become so popular like a normal religious scriptures, because this book is really serious about enlightenment. Understand, people are very happy to talk about meditation but never want to sit. It became one more fantasy, one more fashion. It became one more fashion to talk about meditation and to buy all the things necessary for meditation, a book or a kit or a yoga mat, and trying to book a resort, trying to get everything. Really, sometimes I am surprised because the amount of material getting sold through our organization, if everybody meditates, planet Earth would have become so positive long before. The amount of book I am selling, even if 10% of the people reads that books, long before the planet Earth would have become filled with positive energy. No need to be afraid of global warming. So the global warming is nothing but collective negativity, insensitivity to the nature. Why we become insensitive to nature? The moment ego comes, you become insensitive to the nature. There was a beautiful story I was reading about a poet. This guy says in the young age, he used to go and play with the wild animals near his homes, near his house. His father used to warn him that he should not go and play with the wild animals because they may disturb him. But he used to just run away and be with them. He says, when I became self-conscious, means afraid that there is a possibility they may disturb me, they will never come near me. The communication never happened. The relationship never happened. But whenever I had the courage or the very playful mood, whenever I don't have that fear, self-consciousness, the communication, the relationships used to be so strong. I felt very clearly, they are connecting with me, I am connecting with them. Understand? When your ego becomes strong, connecting with the nature is disturbed. In my own life, there is a beautiful incident which has taught me a lot. I was sitting in a very relaxed mood one evening in a forest. My eyes are open, but I was not seeing anything. There was no information going inside and getting processed. There was a snake lying in front of me, just 3 feet in front of me. 3 feet was the distance between me and that snake, cobra. At least 6-7 feet long cobra. Because the eyes are not processing any information, there was no fear inside. I was just sitting. And the cobra was also so relaxed, comfortable. Suddenly I saw, slowly my mind came down to a normal plane. I had a thought, oh, there is a snake. And the next thought, I should move out. The moment the thought snake came in my inner space, I saw very clearly the snake felt that I am a man. Till I felt this is a snake, the snake never felt I am a man. Till I felt the fear, the snake never felt threatened by me. Neither I had fear nor the snake had fear. But the moment I had the fear, it's not that distances become less or I moved or that snake moved, nothing. Just the thought snake. The snake started, I was very clearly able to feel in the snake's inner space there was a disturbance, restlessness. The moment I had the thought I should move, the fear, immediately the snake also felt the same insecurity, threatened. Immediately the snake started moving, even before I started moving. Both of us started moving. The moment your verbalization comes inside, the moment your words, your mind comes inside, the whole juice of the life is lost. Just innocent way of relating is lost. Just feeling connected is lost. That's one of the major loss which can happen to a human being. Understand? It's like a person who is born blind can never be made to understand what he is missing. Same way, the person who lost the way of communicating with the heart or the feeling can never be made to understand what he lost. It is very big thing to lose. All of us continuously think about meditation, but never want to get into it. Really, I feel that the amount of literature getting sold about meditation, the amount of accessories and the things needed for these practices getting sold, I don't think people are practicing. It has become one more fashion to keep all kinds of spiritual books in the home, the showcase, or just, I'm also a seeker. But Shiva is too serious, that is why he did not become popular. If he was giving a very mild things, just more and more ideas about meditation, he would have become popular. He was not just giving more and more ideas about meditation, he was insistent that you practice. He was insisting that you transform. That is where the trouble starts. If somebody just talks, it's very easy. You can sit and listen, go back and live your same routine. As long as the transformation is not demanded, you are very comfortable. But here, every line, every sutra, Shiva demands the transformation. Means a strong, clear, conscious decision to change the way in which you think and live. That is too much. That is too much. This book has no introduction. That is the beauty of this book. Means he is not preparing you philosophically. He is straight away dealing with you, whoever you may be, whatever may be your background, whatever may be your past. He is ready to talk to you. He is ready to relate with you. You see, introduction means what? Preparing the audience. He is not into that business. He is very straight. He is very clear. Straight away he opens the subject. He is not even talking about enlightenment, because he is too busy giving it. He doesn't have time to talk about it. He is too busy giving it. The beauty is, he is not a person from the marketing line. He is the person from research and development line. He is from research and development department, did not bother about marketing. The only book I can say which does not have Palashruti. Palashruti means the results which you will get. He doesn't talk, no Palashruti. All books will talk first about the promises. Here he is not giving any promise, straight away he is delivering the product. You should be very careful about these marketing departments. Small story. A guy died, reached Lord of Death, the court of the Lord of Death, Yama. And Yama said, you have done some good things and some bad things, some merit and some sins. So you can first enjoy the heaven, then go back to hell, because the hell is eternal, you can't come back. He said, the Yama asked, you want first hell or heaven? Which one you want to choose? He said, just give me a tour of both. Then I'll choose which one I want to go. Yama said, you can go and come back, but if you choose the hell, you can't go back to heaven. If you choose the heaven, you can come back to hell. This guy said, just let me take a tour. He goes round, first he goes to hell, there he saw all celebrities singing and dancing. All the names he heard, they're all there singing and dancing, big partying is going on. He said, oh nice, this is the place I always wanted to be. But the people there said, okay, you can choose, but you can't go out. This guy said, all right, let me just have a look about the other side also and come back. Went to the other side, and there he saw the old saints with a long beard sitting on their cloud singing that same ooh-ah. And each one of them singing their own way. Somebody singing Rama, somebody Krishna, somebody Alleluia, something. Different things are going on. He said, no. This is not the place I want to be. Nothing much is happening. Let's go back. He went to Yama and said, I want only hell. Yama asked, are you very clear? Are you sure? He said, yes, only hell. He said, all right, go. The moment he entered the hell, suddenly new door opened and he fell. And he saw that real hell as it is portrayed in the scriptures. People burning, boiling, frying, the same scene. He got the shock. He asked the person who was there, what is this? Just an hour ago I saw the different scene, and now this is different scene. That guy replied, oh, what you saw is our marketing department. Understand? The marketing departments can present anything into anything. They can present anything into anything. That is the problem. Now I always tell people, Vedic tradition, the beauty of the tradition, it does not have marketing department, it does not have a think tank. No think tank, no marketing department. It is alive just because of its own purity and the strength of the truth. Still spreading, touching the cream of the crowd all over the planet Earth, without even having a single ritual or a recognition to convert. Traditionally, Vedic Dharma does not agree conversion. We don't have a ritual to convert. World's third largest religion, still surviving and thriving in this marketing age without any marketing department. No marketing. If you go to a traditional Vedic master, he will not even bother, even if you ask, he won't even convert you. There is no ritual to convert. Still there is no ritual to convert. Does not believe in conversion, does not believe in violence, does not believe in terrorism, does not even believe in marketing. Still alive just because of its own strength. This book is essence straight from that tradition, straight from that roots. This is from the person who spent all his energy in doing research and development. That is why he is only talking about the technique, method, system to transform. Does not have a big marketing department. At least in modern day, we all think about that little bit. In those days, they were never even bothered about it. And not only they did not have marketing department, there was a big concept of secrecy. Unless a disciple is qualified, you can't even teach, even if he is around you. It was the other way. Resisting, neglecting, rejecting. It was not going and catching all out, no. But fortunately, this tradition has kept the living stream of enlightened masters on the planet Earth. Even though it did not do marketing, fortunately, they kept the tradition alive, the science alive, the truth alive. The technology is kept alive. Let's enter into the today's sutra. Then we'll understand how to internalize, how to experience what Mahadeva is talking about. Devi, imagine Sanskrit letters in these honey-filled awareness. First as letters, the more subtly as sounds, then as most subtle feeling, then leaving them aside, be free. Devi, imagine Sanskrit letters in these honey-filled foci of awareness. First as letters, the more subtly as sounds, then as most subtle feeling, then leaving them aside, be free. Because Shiva is talking to Devi, is saying Sanskrit letters. You can use even English letters, nothing wrong. Any language in which you think, but decide the language in which you think. Here Mahadeva is giving a beautiful technique. Before entering into this technique and understanding, let us understand few things about the inner chattering, verbalization, words. You go through so many different layers of conditioning in the so-called civilization. When you are brought up, you go through so many layers of conditioning. The first conditioning is language. That is why people die for their language. They think language is part of them. They don't understand. It is just a way or method to communicate. I have seen, especially in India, 18 accepted language. If you see the Indian rupee, you will see in 18 language it is printed. And around 300 language with script. More than 2000 dialect without script. I have seen fools dying for language. And these politicians also encouraging it. Just for the sake of politics. Language is just created to communicate. Of course, there are one or two language created for little higher purpose, better purpose. Not just to communicate a logical statement or a concept or a theory or a philosophy. They have created some languages to communicate particular kind of sounds. For example, Sanskrit is not just linguistic, it has got phonetic importance also. It is not created just to convey few sounds, it has developed to create certain kind of vibrations also. But even that is language to help you to communicate, to help you to relate with. That's all. Even Sanskrit is created to communicate a particular science. Language is just utility. But when you start associating yourself with that particular language, you start creating a serious mistake or a serious danger to yourself and to others. I've seen people dying for words, just mere words. Still I have seen, still now, some parts of southern India, they wipe with the tar, with the some dark paste, the other language words. I was surprised. How could these fools do this? Language is just to communicate. And no need to have hatred or the vengeance towards some other language. But it is very easy to condition you based on language, because that is the first thing, first conditioning starts happening in you. When you address your mother, just with a sound, it was a pure feeling. There was no word. But slowly, you learn from your mother the sounds and the common agreed meanings to that sounds. Understand? Language is nothing but an agreement made among a group of people. All of us have decided clock means this object, book means this object, that particular sound will mean this particular object. We all made a big agreement. Honestly, not even we all made. Hundreds of years ago somebody made, and we are just swallowing it. Because it is very difficult to come upon with the new agreements every few years. Maybe few words we add. Now those words like a guru and all those words are already, they all have become part of English. Guru, avatar, yoga, all these words have become part of English. You assume that you take more and more words. It's nothing but a common agreement. We agreed that this word will mean this object, this idea. By and by, because the thinking speed is you, the thinking speed is so strong in you, you forget the language is just added to you. It is not part of you. You start thinking it is part of you because you never experienced a space without thinking. Because constantly you are thinking, you started thinking, thinking is part of you. That is the first layer of conditioning. First layer of conditioning is thinking or language. Once the language comes inside, now you are ready to be corrupted. Now you are ready to be conditioned. Now the whole drama starts. You will start behaving, you will start living like a normal man. God plus inner chattering is man. Man minus inner chattering is God. The moment inner chattering is added to you, you have become normal man. Conditioning is started. One by one. Original sin, the first sin, is getting conditioned to a language. Here Mahadeva is giving us a beautiful technique to reclaim the original space, the space of relating with innocence. You see, when you are see a child, how it relates. When it sees a flower, the whole body responds. The whole body expresses. Whole body just jumps in joy. A child will never laugh or smile only with mouth. The whole body will laugh. The whole body will be in joy, in ecstasy. When you are conditioned for language, you are localized. Your energy is localized. You are no more living, expressing. The whole thing is reduced just to few things. Mahadeva is teaching us to come back to that innocence, that joy, that experience. It is beautiful to use words to communicate certain things. Even now I am using words to communicate. It is beautiful. But it is beautiful if you know how to relax from words also at certain points, at some time. But if you can't switch off that constant radio which is going on in your ears, it is not entertainment anymore. See, entertainment is entertainment if you can stop when you don't want. If you can start when you want. You can neither stop nor start, it just goes on. Then what it means? Mother-in-law. Not entertainment. Very difficult. You don't know when it will start. You don't know when it will stop. You are just caught. And it is going on and on and on. Entertainment means which is under your control. But if you are not able to stop, then it's a prison. In traditional language, we say, as long as you have the freedom, you have the conscious decision, you have a choice, even the hell can become heaven. If it is not your choice, if it is forced on you, even heaven will be hell. That is why we say God gives you the freedom to be in bondage. He does not force enlightenment. Somebody asked me yesterday, Swamiji, if God is love and compassion, why He did not make all of us intelligent? See, He gives you the freedom to choose. He gives you the freedom to be in heaven or hell. That is the greatness. Because He is embodiment of love and compassion, He gives you that big freedom, the great freedom. If He was not embodiment of love and compassion, He won't give you the freedom. He gives you the option, freedom to choose. You can choose liberation or bondage. He doesn't force things on you. He expects you to have the freedom, to have bliss, choice, decision making, the power to will, sankalpa. Here, even this technique, going from words to wordlessness, first thing you need is being honest with your words. If you directly practice this technique, it won't help. Because now you are filled too much with the cerebral layer. Too much of lies. You are just a bundle of lies. Nothing but bundle of lies. That is why constantly you are suffering and struggling inside. You can't sit with yourself because so much of pus is coming out. Too much of smell. Why you can't sit with yourself? Why you are feeling so restless, constantly irritated? Whether you are in the bathroom or whether you are in the bedroom, you can't be just with yourself. You can't be with yourself. Your inner chattering is too much. Your entertainments are your TV, your entertainments are nothing but the body, the scent, perfumes which you use to escape from your own smell. Sometimes the smell becomes too much. You use perfume just to avoid your own body smell. Your entertainments are nothing but you trying to avoid the smell which is inside you. Your inner space is smelling too much. There is so much of lies created. and you are jumping from this corner to that corner, deciding whether to fulfill it or not. If you decide to fulfill, how to, what to, chaos. Just look into your life. All the disturbances is created by you consciously knowing that you are creating the words which you can't fulfill. You are taking up things knowingly, you can't go behind it. You are uttering the words, you are signing the documents knowingly, you can't fulfill it. Auspansky was fortunate enough, he met Gurdjieff and courageous enough to go with the Gurdjieff's words to understand he is just empty, filled with too many words which he knows clearly is not the truth. If you are also fortunate enough, just sit and list the words. In how many places, to how many people, knowingly, you utter the words, knowingly you can't fulfill, you can't go behind it, you can't see the end of it. Forget about unknowingly what all you did. If you do knowingly the same mistake 10 times, the 11th time you will be doing it without even knowing that you are doing a mistake, because by the time that becomes a habit. That becomes a habit. Sannyas means being honest with your words. Understand? I am describing the word sannyas in Sanskrit. Nyasa means purifying, being honest. Sannyas means purifying your everything, being honest with everything. I always tell people, sannyas does not mean you need to leave your house. No. Sannyas does not mean you need to leave your wife. No. Sannyas does not mean you need to leave your life. No. If you just leave these lies, that's enough. But many times you will not understand. You have filled your life with the lies unless you move away from them. That is why sometimes I create a space where you need to move away from the things. Just to show you that you are filled with lies. If you can just move away from the lies, the amazing, uncountable number of lies which you created, which you can't even count. You created so many bundles. One big thing, one important thing, if the lies, number of lies has become too much, the bundles of lies has become too much, you start thinking they have become truth. The bundle of lies gives you the confidence that you have too much around you, too many things around you. Then you start thinking, oh, so much cannot be lie. I met a priest, said, Swamiji, show me the truth. Please guide me. I am a serious seeker. I said, Arey, you are such a wonderful seeker. He said, Swamiji, in the initial level I started out of my insecurity. If I have too many people following me, I'll feel secured. Then by and by I started believing, if so many people are following me, then I must know the truth. I must be knowing the truth. What I am talking must be truth. The initial level, I started convincing them I know the truth. But after some time, seeing so many followers, I started convincing me that I know the truth. But somehow, fortunately, I had a big blow in my life that taught me that I don't know. I need to seek. sometimes the sufferings come as a blessing. Of course, he was fortunate enough, intelligent enough to face that blow and understand that he need to look inside. He was a very honest guy, fortunate guy, that at least he was able to look inside and realize he has built his whole life, whole thing just on lies. Just because people can't verify, courageously living or vomiting lies. Look into your life. How many places you are doing, how many ways you are doing it, especially when to your kids. How many places you are telling lies. But they are very intelligent. One guy was telling to his son, do you know in your age what Abraham Lincoln was doing? Son said, I don't know about that, but I know in your age what he was doing. Understand? Constantly you are telling lies to your kids just because they are innocent and they can't verify. You tell big stories, making yourself as a hero. It is always a passion for every parent. You can't be hero for so many people. At least let me be hero to a person who is dependent on me for his food and shelter. Now that is the way you behave. That is why you are so possessive about kids. That is why constantly you are trying to project that you are a hero to them. At least let these 2-3 people believe. Just because you are giving food and shelter, you force them to believe that you are their hero. But somehow, fortunately, they are intelligent to find out. At least after a few years. And not only to your kids, look into your life in so many places. You are creating a bogus, foolish image which has no base, identity. Knowingly you are not qualified, you are not going to fulfill it. Selling yourself in an ugly way. Selling yourself is okay for marketing, for business, but by and by you start believing it. You start believing it. You know how to talk. And I am afraid of the people who are marketing themselves. Whenever they come to me, I tell, actually, people who market themselves, simply I don't trust them. Because they themselves do not know how many percentage of statements they are making is lie and how many percentage is truth. They are the most dangerous people. Now they are the most dangerous people. Just escape from them. If you find somebody who is marketing himself to you, just run away from him. Now just escape. You will be saved. At least you will be in what you are. Because already you have enough of lies carrying in your head. Why do you want to accumulate more? Karma means the lies put on your head, vomited on your head by a person who is marketing himself, who is not clear about the lies which he is uttering or the truth or the power of the statements which he is uttering. He himself is not clear about the power of the statements which he is making. He himself is not clear what he is uttering, how much is lie and how much is truth. I have seen these so-called seekers. They will make so many statements which has no base. And you can't even tell them to verify. They will feel hurt. That's the most dangerous thing. If you tell them, they will say, no. I'm okay. You can play that I'm okay game, selling yourself that game with outsiders, not with masters. When you play that game with master, you are cheating yourself. That is why I always tell people. People come and tell me, you are my God, you are everything. I have heard enough of these ugly lies. If somebody feels I am God, he doesn't have to tell me. I will know very clearly by his body language. People come and tell me, I believe you are my God, please heal me, you have to heal me. I tell them, I never asked you to believe. You are posing as if you believing me, you are doing a favor for me. No. That's a belief created for the sake of utility. I have seen people. They can put you in the throne of the God in 1 minute, and they can dethrone you in 1 minute. In 1 second, not even 1 minute. If I don't do their homework, that same moment they will dethrone. No, I think he lost all his powers yesterday itself. They can give powers and take powers. Funny game. It is okay to play the funny game if you are not serious about the growth or enlightenment. But if you are serious, stop the funny game at least at some point. Today Mahadeva is creating an opportunity for you to stop the funny games you are playing, to stop the funny things you are doing. Just decide, for next 21 days you will not sell yourself with lies. You will not talk anything which knowingly you can't fulfill. Decide just for 21 days. If you decide for whole life, you won't even do for 1 day. I know you. Just decide for 21 days, you will not utter a word knowingly that you can't fulfill it. You can't stand up for it. You will not go behind it. Knowingly. Then suddenly you will realize, unknowingly, how many lies you created around yourself. I call this as conscious radiation. Let you radiate yourself consciously so that all the cancers will come out. In your inner space, too many cancerous growth is happening because of the lies which you created. You see, if some particle can't become part of your system, but if it is inside your system, that is the base for the cancer. The growth which is happening around it becomes cancerous. Same way, there are some idea or the truth or the statement which you created, which is not part of become your system, which is a lie, that becomes cancer in your inner space. First, clear those things. Let the operation happen. Do not make a commitment or a statement in any discussion with others or with yourself, knowingly that you can't stand for it. Just for 21 days. See very clearly how many places you are living with lies. You are abusing yourself and the people who are around you. Then start this technique. This technique can lead you to enlightenment, the truth, within 3 days. You don't need more than 3 days because it's a very powerful technique. Very powerful technique. When I say 3 days, I mean 3 24 hours. Not more than that. Just 3 24 hours. I know the meaning of the words which I am uttering. I know it. That's why I'm talking. But the thing you need to do before entering into this technique, clear your inner space from the lies which you created around yourself and the lies which you vomited on others. You have created your own spider net. So many lies. All your relationships are filled with so many lies. That is why you lost trust on yourself and on others. If you sit with yourself, your inner personality is haunting you. Many times you try to avoid, just with your saying, no, it's okay, everybody is like that only. Everybody being in depression does not mean you should also be in depression. Alright, if you choose that, I have no problem, be in depression. Everybody being in the same state cannot justify you being in the same state. I know. The big problem is these guys come and sell themselves to me knowing. I think they are not even knowing. If they know that, they won't try to do that. Whenever this type of people come and trying to sell, I tell my inner circle, this fellow is playing with mind, I played with the mind itself. He thinks he can sell the words. But the difficulty is, by and by you forget your lies, your bunch of lies. Not only with me, wherever you go, you just carry that bunch of lies. Wherever chance or time permits, you just throw your lies and just wait who gets sold by your lies. Life, an identity filled by lies is hell. You don't need separate hell. It is just filled by the depression and the deep suffering. The technique is so powerful. He says a simple method. Just visualize letters, means words. Visualize words. First, in a colorful way. Second, forget those words and visualize, be with that feeling created by those words. Then, drop the feeling also and be free from it. For example, create the word love. If that word is authentic in you, that feeling also will raise with that word. But the problem is you have created so much of lies around each word. Cleaning those lies itself takes so much of time. If you have a lie created around the word love, the word cannot lead you to enlightenment. You have created too many lies around every word in your life. That is why no word creates a powerful feeling in you. Every word has become just marketing. Husband has become boyfriend. Wife has become girlfriend. Because the relationships does not have depth. In Vedic tradition, you can't imagine, still the followers of Vedic tradition, more than 1 billion on the planet Earth, still 90% of them live with one husband or one wife till the death. The reason is, from the beginning, the respect added to relationship. The words which you utter is filled with lies. If you are saying that you are loving somebody, you are in love with somebody, you are thinking you are in love with somebody, not actually. Your ideas about each words, is polluted, corrupted so much with the lies which you created. When people come and tell me that they accepted me as a guru, I just laugh. You neither know what do you mean by the word guru, what do you mean by the word disciple. How can you say, I am your guru? And tomorrow itself, if I don't fit in your frame, you won't bother to throw that word away. Throw that relationship. I have seen so many funny things happening. One guy who attended one of my Gita lectures came to see me, and he was sitting in front of me and praising me left and right. Praising me means you are Krishna, you are God, you are this, that. Too many things, and he is a great Krishna Bhakta. I was little uneasy. I became uneasy whenever I listen the words coming from the source of lies. I'll be very happy even if they tell me, even if they blame me based on the truth. But of course, anybody who is based on the truth can never blame me. That is different. But I am afraid of people who praise me, who are based on lies. Because these fellows, ugly fellows, can take away any time the words which they uttered. And he was sitting and talking, all big words and theories. Just one funny thing happened. One of my lady disciple, she was leaving the ashram, means going to different city for some work. So usually before they leave the ashram, they come and take leave from me, they touch my feet, maybe have one hug, because they are not going to be around me for next few days. She came and touched the feet, and she was really feeling that she is going to be away for 2 months because she is going for some work. And she was having tears in her eyes. I just gave her one hug. It was such a sweet, loving, innocent expression. She just started weeping. She said, okay, I'll take leave. I said, don't worry, I'll be with you. She left. This guy was sitting and talking to me. I am God, I am Krishna and all these things. He can't tolerate a Swami hugging a woman. Gone, over. Over. Just he got up and walked out, and he started talking to others. No, I can't imagine he is a Swami. Till last moment, he was talking to me, you are Krishna, and the picture of Krishna or Murti of Krishna which he is worshipping, I have seen in his house, surrounded by 20-30 girls. And not only surrounded, dancing. And I was shocked, the lies with which this guy was talking. And he can't tolerate one hug. Means what? The words which you are uttering has no meaning. You don't know the depth of the words. And you are just uttering because it is free. We should make people pay tax for the words. Then lot of disturbances will be reduced on the planet Earth. There should be a small meter which counts the words they utter, which counts the number of words they speak, and there should be tax for that. Then so much of problems can be avoided in the planet Earth. The crime rate can be brought down drastically. He was praising me for half an hour. One hug is one activity which does not fit in his frame is enough to dethrone me. And she was my mother's age, whom I hugged. She was my mother's age, must be more than 50. But this fellow can't tolerate, can't digest. This is what I call uttering the words knowingly. You are telling lies. Knowingly, you can't go behind the word till the end. Just because of the courage that it can't be verified, you will not be cornered. You will not be questioned. Do not utter any words. You are creating so much of karma. Karma means the net from which you can't escape, the bondage. By uttering the words, knowing that it is not truth, you can't stand for it, you can't stand behind it, you can't live up to it.
Through both these turns,
That is the most dangerous thing you are doing to yourself. You are doing to yourself. People come and tell me, I am a good person, never did anything against anybody, why did this big disease came to me? Why am I suffering? Look into your life. You would have spoken so many words, lies, knowingly you can't support it. Just because you can't be cornered, you would have been vomiting it out. You would have been telling it. First thing, come out of it. Come out of it.
Yes. So now all of you can share your powerful cognitions from the wonderful revelation of Swamiji about the silence. So please, all of you, share your understanding about the powerful cognitions, about the word silence, and your take home points from the video. Uh, so Nityanandam, please, all of you, please involve yourself, interact, communicate by posting your powerful cognitions of this video so that our understanding about the word silence means the space silence Samji what is revealing about the silence can be understood in a different way in a sort of. So I'm seeing Nitya Sulini Durga. She has put a comment that how can I overcome the obstacle of sleep and eating? What strong belief do you have in relation to them? How do you
So
the
Ma is sharing
mm,
she's sharing her third eye revelation,
mm,
and this is the question Ma had given to herself, and she's telling us and sharing nicely how the third eye revealed the powerful cognitions, the real solutions to her questions. Align Paramashiva, allow ultimate possibilities to come in. Chant, visualize, I am Paramashiva. Yes, beautiful. Thank you for sharing.
thank you, Ma. Thank you very much for your sharing and simply aligned to the lifestyle Swamiji has given us. The simple yoga, the beautiful yoga, amazing yoga Nityananda Yoga Swamiji has given us, and puja daily, Nitya puja, and sincerely attending the programs, the powerful cognizance in Paramasivam programs, and finally the darshan, the amazing initiation Swamiji is giving us, which is the key point where we can move away from all the bondages, the clutches we have in our life. So all these problems, the eating problem, sleeping problem, will disappear one by one. So Samji, now in this previous video, Samji has enlightened us about the silence, some sound to silence. What Samji is making us understand about the silence. So Samji is giving that we are continuously in mental chaos. Continuously, some or other words are continuously happening in our cerebral layer. So Samji is telling, stop it, and move into silence. So how to stop it? Samji is continuously giving so many examples and stories to make us understand that because we have freedom, because we are not cornered, because we are not questioned about the words we are uttering, we are simply vomiting the words. So, Swamiji very jovially said, every one of us has to be put on tax for amount of words we speak, which means because of the freedom we have, we are continuously speaking the words, and knowingly that the words cannot be fulfilled. We know that we are not going to fulfill the words, so continuously we are vomiting the words. So Samji is telling, first it is our freedom, so we are doing it. Then how to stop it? If you take a decision that whatever words I utter inside as well as outside, and I will make it happen, I will bring it to reality. If you take the decision that I will make it happen, the words I utter, I will make it happen in the reality. Then slowly your chaos, continuous uttering the words inside, will stop gradually. That is why Swamiji is telling, if the words you continuously give to yourself and others, knowing that you cannot be fulfilled, you get into a frame and you design, you give meaning for guru, you giving meaning for life, you define the word God. Then even when God comes in front of you, you don't believe, you question him, you ask for his ID card because of lies, so much of lies you have uttered for yourself and to others. So Samji is now telling us to move from words to silence. The 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 important key point he is telling is, take a decision, strong decision, that whatever words I utter, I will fulfill, even to myself, other and to others. And that strong decision will push you to the authenticity, to the peak possibility of yours, and you will get into the space of silence, and you will understand the higher potential you have inside you. What Samji is trying to explain us. So now we move on to the next video, that is the technique of moving from sounds to silence. So I'm just clearly giving the technique how to move into the silence, the space of silence, the silence soaked inside silence. Okay, so now, and if anybody have any doubt in this cognition, in this powerful cognition, you can share so that we can uh, Lishika, don't knowingly say lies or words can fulfill. Be honest or sincere. Yes, ma. Lishika, you have put it amazingly. You have to be honest. See, one more revelation Swamiji is giving us. You uttering the word and you fulfilling it. Knowingly uttering the word, that only if you fulfill, you are going to utter the word. That itself is going to make you divine. That is why Swamiji told in this video, being honest to your words is definition for the sannyas. That is the power of words. So, words you uttering has to be authentic and know, you should know that you have to fulfill. Only then you have to utter. That is the the decision. The decision you going to make on the words you are going to utter is going to make you divine itself. So being honest with your words will make you sannyas, will make you bring you towards God. So your cognition is very right, ma. And very thanks for sharing this powerful cognitions. I want all of you to share this, share your understanding about this video. Only then we can imbibe the powerful cognitions every day. Swamiji is giving us, he's a ocean of knowledge, and every day in different angle he's giving us, enlightening us with this enlightenment science. So this is the right place to do the Vakyarthasadas and imbibe all these powerful cognitions and register into our muscle memory and bio memory. So all of you can share your understanding and experience. So your experience, you sharing here, is not only going to help you, it is also going to help others and create a nice communion of all the participants in this ecosystem to make us entangle with this powerful cognitions and manifest the powers of Paramashiva. So thank you, Ma, Lisika. Thank you very much for your sharings. I want all the participants to participate about this amazing understanding, amazing cognizance, the powerful cognizance Swamiji has showered on us. So now let us move on to the next video, that is the technique to move from sound to silence. Swamiji himself revealing the technique of this powerful cognition and how to establish ourselves in this, the pure state of silence. Let us now see the next video.
Now we will do this meditation, this technique of Mahadeva in 2 steps. First, let you look into yourself for 5 minutes and try to pen down, not for anybody else's sake, just for your sake. Let not destroy that paper, let nobody see that. Pen down in how many major ways you are uttering the words knowingly you can't be cornered, or knowingly that you can't stand up for it. Let you take few minutes to upset, to burst all the balloons which you are having in your inner space, ugly, dirty, cancerous growths. Touch all of them and poke all of them. Let the pus come out. Then, second step, the technique itself. First step is like washing your clothes. Second step is like ironing it. Second step, visualizing some word. Then staying with the feeling of that word. Then relaxing even from feeling. Even to do this technique honestly, you need to understand how many ways you associated lies around every word. If you have uttered 10 times I love you to somebody without having the honest love, that word has lost its meaning for you. Afterwards, even you try to love somebody, that word will not have meaning or feeling. You have lost the great dimension or the feeling of loving somebody. That very possibility is dead in you. That's the worst thing can happen to you. People come and tell me, I know I should be devoted, I don't know how to bring devotion. Means what? At least 100 times you would have uttered the word devotion, I am devoted, I am devoted, I am devoted, knowingly that you don't have that. Then, mind has lost that very aspect of giving meaning to that word devotion or feeling the experience devotion. You become dry. Do not utter the word. Knowingly you can't stand behind it. If you utter, you lost that dimension in your life. You are done with it. You are done with it. If you utter the word, I love you, without loving that person 10 times, you lost the dimension of loving somebody from your life. Every step, the lives which you created, has reduced you, has cut your dimensions. It has made you handicapped, psychological handicapped. Physically being handicapped is also not so worst. At least others will know, you will have the sympathy. But psychologically being handicapped is the worst thing. Much more than psychologically being handicapped, it is spiritually being handicapped. If you can remove all these lies which you uttered and created your personality and purify yourself, this is what I call tapas. Flooding yourself with the truth. Whatever can be washed away, let it be washed away now itself. The earlier they are washed away, better for you. Let you know, at least in your inner space, how many buildings you built on lies. How many ways your foundation was a lie. How many dimensions was lie. At least look into yourself. To flood yourself with the truth. To come out as a new being. Now we will enter into the Mahadeva's technique. 2-step. If you have paper and pen, take it. Why I am asking you to write for yourself, otherwise you will not remember. If you don't have paper and pen, at least sit and count so that you will remember how many places, how many spots. Just 5 minutes of looking inside to clean your inner space. Then we will enter into the meditation. You can sit with closed eyes and look into yourself. Please close your eyes and first search and seek, identify in every step how many places you built yourself with lies, on lies. Uttered the words knowingly. You are not that. You are not going to stand for it. You are not fulfilling it. Just close your eyes and look into yourself. How many places you use the word knowing you don't mean it. It may be painful, it may be little suffering, it's okay, go through. See the truth, at least let you know. After all, No need for anybody else to know. Let you know at least. Even if it was painful, it is painful. Look, do not avoid just because it is pain. Wonderful chance to look into yourself. At least know in how many places you built your life, your identity based on lies. It's a beautiful opportunity for self-analysis, to look into yourself, to do the introspection. Look, don't miss this opportunity. Where all you use the words without knowing the meaning, without meaning it. Now we will enter into the technique Just read what you have written. You can open your eyes. Just wanted to give you a few minutes to look into yourself. Try for next 21 days not to use any word which you do not mean. Do not use any word knowingly that you can't stand for it. Knowingly, just because nobody can pin you down, nobody can corner you. Never use the words. Then this technique will work on you. Now we will do this technique just to learn. But this technique won't work on you now unless you clear your inner space. Learn so that you can start doing it after 21 days. Let me teach you the exact technique. Visualize a word like love, or joy, or bliss. Even the negative words are okay, whether positive or negative, any word. Visualize a word. First visualize it with a letter. Love means L-O-V-E. Then next, drop the visualization of the words, letters. Just be with that feeling. Concentrate, put your awareness on feeling. Third, drop even the feeling and just be with yourself. Step by step, if you do, you can do it beautifully. I'll guide you. We can start. Please close your eyes and sit. Lights off. Sit in a very relaxed way. Remember any word, love or bliss, whatever word you may want, you can choose. Whatever word you want, you can choose. Visualize that word as letters. Be with that visualization of letters. Now, relax from that visualization of the letters. Just feel that as a sound, just as a sound. Repeat that word just as a sound, not as letters, just as sound. Relax from sound also. Just be with that feeling, what that word means. Just remember only the feeling, neither the letters nor the sound, just the feeling. Now relax even from feeling. Just be silent. Do not create a thought of letters or the sound or the feeling. Just be. Try, try this technique after cleaning yourself. At least for 21 days, live with the clothes, and after you clean yourself, try with this technique. Such a powerful technique, it can straight away transform you and put you in silence and bliss. As Shiva says, be free, be liberated. When you are liberated, life is celebration. Let your life become liberation and celebration. Let you all achieve and radiate the eternal bliss, Nityananda. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, no, thank you all. We have come to the conclusion of today's Paramashivoham. Hopefully, all of you have written your notes of all of the clicks, powerful cognitions, and beautiful completions that you've experienced, and of course, the initiations. Whatever it is, save these and make sure you join us tomorrow morning for the Nityananda Yoga at 7 a.m. ET. Yes?
So with this amazing meditation technique that Swamiji has revealed to us as converting the words into visualization and then into feeling and then even dropping the feeling itself will bring you to the deep state of silence that the Swamiji is trying to make us understand the original state of bliss. So this state of bliss, let us conclude today's session with a Purna Mantra. So all of you sit straight with your spine, neck and head in a straight line and close your eyes.
ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ओं तत्सत् सर्वं भगवच्छ्रीनित्यानन्दपरमशिवपादुकार्पणमस्तु ॐ नित्यानन्दम्.
Thank you everyone. Nityanandam.
Nityanandam.
I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva. Oh.